Hey everybody, this is Hyperion here, and I'm actually in the video with Mikey Mads, or YouTube Mordecai Mike. And today I want to talk about damage and the different damage types that you've got. Um, there's sheet damage, elemental damage, elemental elite damage, and then your true damage, TDPS, or effective DPS. And I just want to explain those for people that aren't really familiar with the terms or don't really know about them much. Um, so in Reaper of Souls, you've got what we like to call your sheet DPS, sheet damage, and you can see here my sheet damage is about 1 million. Um, and like I've talked with Mike before about this, and I kind of the opinion that I wish Blizzard didn't even have this number in the game because it's so far off, but people still try and use it to actually evaluate their damage. They'll try and compare their damage with other players, and think that, for example, if they've got a higher sheet damage number, they'll think they're a better player than that person, or actually have a better character, when it's couldn't be farther from the truth. So anyways, in the last video that I made, I told you guys about the elite damage and the elemental damage. And so if you look here on this is my physical pet witch doctor. Not my main character, but um, I'm just going to use it because I think it's a good demonstration of how, your sheet damage versus your true damage. So anyways, this is my physical pet doctor. I've got 57% physical damage. I've got 70% elite damage, and then I've got 42% fetish army damage. Um, which is what's going to be my main, kind of the main damage doer, one of the main damage doers for this build here. Um, so if you see here the physical damage, it says that my physical damage is 1.6 million, as opposed to my sheet damage, which is just 1 million here. And so you can see that that damage is actually, the sheet damage is kind of wrong because it doesn't have anything to do with that physical damage really. And again, with the elite damage. Now, the main thing that I want to explain to you guys is your true DPS, or your true damage, and what's actually going to make that true damage is going to be the combination of the skills you're using, party buffs that you're using, um, and like for example, if you look here, I've got the Mask of Jerem equipped, which gives me 98% more pet damage. That that right there isn't counted into my sheet DPS, but it's actually gets counted into um, my true damage. My true DPS is actually where you'll see that. Um, so, anyways, that's the difference. Is your sheet DPS is only your intelligence, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and attack speed that is put together to kind of create that. Whereas your true damage is all of those. It's, item affixes, secondaries, your skill choices. You can actually ramp that up a lot higher than like your sheet damage. So anyways, what I'm going to show you today is actually how to figure out what your true DPS is. And the way we're going to do it is you'll choose a difficulty level where you can kill Gom in, um, somewhere like 20 to 30 seconds. And you want to kill Gom. You want to look at his health, and then you want to time it, and then you're going to take the amount of his health and divide it by the amount of time it took to kill Gom, and then you'll see what your actual damage output really is. So today with the way I'm going to do it is I'm actually going to have Mike here kill Gom for me. And we'll time how long it takes him to do it with two people in the game, which is going to make his health a lot higher. Um, so if you would, Mike, what's your actual sheet damage?
Just basic sheet or with element?
Just your basic sheet damage.
Basic sheet is almost 1.3 million. It's 1,289,000.
Okay, so he's got 1 million, almost 1.3 million sheet damage. And now what we'll do is we'll go down and kill Gom, and we'll actually see what his real damage actually is. So Let's head down there. And you're going to start. Well, I'm going to start the timer once his pets actually start attacking Gom, not when not like as soon as we enter in here. And
Yeah,
then
because there's that time gap where they actually have to get to it.
yeah. So, all right, let's see how it goes. And you can see here I'm not actually doing anything. I haven't touched any of my skills. All right, it took him about 10 seconds to kill Gom there, roughly. So, it took him 10 seconds to kill Gom, but if you see, if I'm not sure if you saw it, we actually recorded the number earlier so we could get a decent reading on it. His health number, or his health bar, said that he had 4,324,686,840 health. That's a lot. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put that into my calculator and divide it by the 10 seconds that it took Mikey to kill Gom, and that's going to tell us how much damage his Witch Doctor is actually putting out here. So give me just a second to put that in.
It's a good thing you mentioned the Massive Jerem too, because a lot of people forget to factor that into their true pet damage.
All right, so that's, let's see, divide that by the 10 seconds. All right, so like we said, Mikey's sheet damage is about 1.3 million. That's what it shows on his profile. The actual amount of damage that his Witch Doctor can put out is about, and this is just, a really brief example. Like if we wanted to get a really solid result, we'd run it like maybe 6 times, get an average of all the numbers, and then we get a really solid number. This is just a brief example of how it actually works. Anyways, the actual damage that his Witch Doctor is putting out is 432 million damage per second. So you can see that number that he's got on his sheet damage is about 400 times off of what it really should be.
Yeah. Yeah, and it does make a big difference knowing the percentages, definitely.
So, yeah, so the thing is I just want to tell you, kind of the moral of the story here is don't pay attention to that sheet damage. You want to be looking at other stuff, other factors, and don't use that as a evaluation of where you really stand. So that's going to be kind of it for the video, just showing you guys how to actually calculate your real damage. You can do this with any class, monks, barbarians, crusaders, whatever. It works the exact same way. You just go in, you time how long it takes to kill Gom, and then you divide his health by that time it took to kill him. And let's see. Yeah, that's about it. And then that'll tell you your real damage. Anyways, I hope you guys found the video helpful. And if you like it, comment, subscribe. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for coming along, Mikey.
Yeah, not a problem. Thanks for having me, man.
All right, we'll see you later.